In obtaining this record, you have taken the first step toward self-improvement, toward attaining those goals that are important to you. Not that this or any other record contains any magical powers, or that any spoken words have the power to transform you in any way. The power is within you, within your mind, and more specifically within that part of your mind of which you most likely are unaware, your subconscious mind. Think of the mind as a many-layered thing like an onion. Through hypnosis and the self-hypnosis that you will learn on the other side of this record, we will attempt to pull back the outer layers of your consciousness to get to the hidden part inside. The more adept you become at entering the hypnotic state, the more layers you will be able to pull back until you get very deeply inside. The power for change, for improvement, for the happier, more successful you lies waiting there for you to uncover. By listening to me now, you are displaying a willingness to be hypnotized. This is very important, for no one should be hypnotized unless they want to be. Your complete cooperation is essential. In order to allay any fears that you may have, it is as essential for you to know what hypnosis is not as to know what it is. Hypnosis is not a test of wills, the hypnotists over the subjects. Willpower has nothing to do with it. Hypnosis deals with the intelligence, the imagination, the mental attitude of the person. Your ability to be hypnotized will in no way indicate that you are weak-willed. What it will indicate is that you have sufficient intelligence, imagination, open-mindedness, and desire to reach the hypnotic state. The two most important things you must learn to use in seeking the hypnotic state are your ability to focus your attention and your imagination. You must also cultivate motivation to facilitate hypnosis, because you only defeat yourself if you take a negative, doubtful attitude toward the subject. Proper motivation and expectancy result in the conviction that you will enter hypnosis, and conviction of hypnosis is hypnosis. Under the proper conditions, almost anyone can be hypnotized to a degree. A few individuals, however, have personality traits which preclude them from being hypnotized unless they change certain negative attitudes. These include the inability to have faith in anything, excessive cynicism, being too analytical and intellectualizing what is basically an emotional and open-minded experience. By making the decision to rid yourself of harmful habits or to gain a more positive and successful attitude toward life through hypnosis, you are not dabbling in mysticism or the occult. Hypnosis is a factual and scientific procedure widely used by physicians, dentists, and psychologists throughout the civilized world. It is not new. It is not a fad. Before the discovery of anesthesia, surgeons were performing painless, successful operations through the use of hypnosis, and they are doing so today. Another important use for hypnosis is in education, but unfortunately hypnosis is a taboo in our culture today. I personally have achieved many amazing results among high school and college students, raising their grade averages 1 or 2 grades, but it is little understood and used in our educational institutions. Hypnosis can get at some of the psychological and semantic blockages in education, and especially when taking examinations, and can be of great help in achieving the mental and intellectual capabilities which are presently defeated by the negative educational suggestions, self-induced or unwittingly by others. Though the good that hypnosis has done is great, the potential for what it could accomplish is even greater. Of itself, hypnosis is neither good nor bad. It is the use to which it is put that determines its value. It is simply a means to an end, and that end is the implanting of suggestions in the subconscious mind. Whatever you do is motivated from your subconscious mind. Your temperament and character are largely the result of the suggestions your subconscious mind has accepted. Even your beliefs have come to you by way of suggestions you received from others or that you yourself originated. Once an idea gets into your subconscious mind, it has a direct effect on the way you feel and everything you are. Positive suggestions deeply planted in the subconscious mind can work better for emotional conditions such as anxiety, tension, insomnia, excessive fatigue, and so forth, than almost any other treatment you could name. Negative suggestions and fear kill and mentally disable more people than all the organic diseases combined. It is time, then, to separate in your mind the harmful from the helpful. What you must guard against are the chance, indiscriminate, and negative suggestions you receive from other people, and the self-defeating impressions you get from the things that happen to you. You have nothing to fear from hypnosis. You can use hypnosis for good, and the positive suggestions that you give yourself can help you in many ways. When it is put to this use, hypnosis can help you greatly. Do not be afraid that once having reached the hypnotic state, you will be unable to awaken whenever you wish. This is a fear held only by the ignorant or uninitiated. Let me reassure you that it has no basis in fact. You will come out of the state of hypnosis whenever you wish at a designated signal. Some of you will be able to reach a deeper state of hypnosis than others. The ability to relax and to concentrate varies from individual to individual. However, the benefits obtainable from even a light state are great and can be of a very positive value in many cases. Bear in mind also that the infant learns to crawl before he can walk. It is a well-known fact that hypnosis becomes easier and easier with each repeated session. If you are unable to enter even a light state, it may be necessary for you to seek the services of a reputable hypnotist or a doctor, dentist, or psychologist using hypnosis to condition you and leave you with a post-hypnotic suggestion that upon hearing this record, you will go into a wonderful deep sleep. But for most of you, this will not be necessary. As I talk, as you listen to each word that I say, think of me as your guide. I am helping you to find your way to the inner recesses of your mind. The power for change, for improvement that you find there is not mine. It is yours and yours alone. At this point, you might ask, what is hypnosis? Hypnosis has been defined in many ways, but most investigators believe it is a state of mind associated with heightened suggestibility, in which the subject is able uncritically to accept ideas for self-improvement and then act on them appropriately. Hypnosis is a most pleasant experience. Although you are deeply relaxed and comfortable, you are acutely aware of everything that is being said. In hypnosis, the critical factor of the conscious mind is bypassed, and the suggestions are stored as memories in the subconscious, where they eventually, after few or many repetitions, become that part of your knowledge that operates automatically to help solve your problems. As you enter the hypnotic state, you will continue to hear each word that I say. Hypnosis is not lack of consciousness. It is heightened suggestibility. It is extreme awareness to one focal point of attention, my voice, with all the small, minor thoughts and distractions faded out. After hypnosis is induced, suggestions will be given for some of the more common problems: weight reduction, breaking the smoking habit, memory, concentration, improving scholastic abilities, gaining self-confidence, and a more positive mental attitude. These suggestions will apply to those of you seeking this particular therapy, and to you alone. Achieving the hypnotic state with my assistance will help you to master the self-hypnosis taught on the other side of this record. Then you can give yourselves whatever suggestions you so desire. The possibilities are unlimited. Make yourself ready to start upon this wonderful adventure of relaxation, self-discovery, and self-improvement. All right, let us begin. You may either sit in a comfortable chair, making sure it has armrests on it so there's no danger of falling out, or you may lie down on a bed or a sofa. Dim the lights if you wish. Stare at the three-dimensional eye on the jacket of this album, or choose a spot on the wall. This will be your point of fixation. It should be a little above eye level so that your eyes will roll upward slightly, or you can use a hypnotic disc or a thumbtack, or you can stare at the corner of the wall where the wall and the ceiling come together. Keep staring at that particular spot. Do not look away from it. That's it. The more you stare at the spot, and the more you hear my voice, the more you'll be going deeper and deeper to sleep. Your eyes are getting heavier and heavier. That's it. Breathe in and out. And the more you breathe in and out, the more you are going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take. Every muscle in your body so numb, so relaxed, and you are going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take. That's it. Relax your body entirely. The more you stare at that spot, the more you breathe in and out, the more your eyes are getting heavier and heavier with each breath that you take. The more your leg muscles are getting so numb, so relaxed, and you are going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take way down. Eyes are getting heavier and heavier. The more you breathe in and out, the more your eyes are getting heavier and heavier with each breath that you take. That's it. Let yourself go, so relaxed. Deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take. When I count from 1 to 10, your eyes will be getting heavier and heavier with each breath that you take. When I get to 10, I want you to close your eyes. Some of you will feel that your eyes are so heavy that you will feel it necessary to close your eyes before I get to 10. This is perfectly all right. Close your eyes whenever you feel your eyes are so heavy that you cannot keep them open. That's it. Breathe in and out, and the more you breathe in and out, the more you are going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take. Way down, deeper and deeper to sleep, way down. When I count from 1 to 10, this will send you into a wonderful deep sleep, way down. 1. The more you breathe in and out, the more you are going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take, way down. 2. Every muscle in your body so numb, so relaxed, and you are going deeper and deeper to sleep, way down. Eyes are getting heavier and heavier with each breath that you take, way down. 3. Every muscle in your body so numb, so relaxed, and you are going deeper and deeper to sleep, way down. 4. Eyes getting heavier and heavier with each breath that you take, way down. 5. Deeper and deeper to sleep, way down, completely relaxed. Leg muscles getting so numb, so relaxed. The more you breathe in and out, the more you are going deeper and deeper to sleep, way down. 5, 6, completely relaxed, deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take, way down. Your eyes are getting heavier and heavier with each breath that you take, way down. 7, deeper and deeper to sleep. The more you breathe in and out, the more you are going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take, way down. 8, completely relaxed, way down, deeper and deeper to sleep. That's it. Eyes getting heavier and heavier with each breath that you take, way down. 9. When I count to 10, close your eyes and you will go into a wonderful deep sleep, way down. 9 and 10. That's it. Close your eyes and go deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take. Way down, deeper and deeper to sleep, way down. Keep your eyes closed. You are going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take. Way down, deeper and deeper to sleep. The more you breathe in and out, the more you are going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take. Way down. Relax your body entirely, way down, deeper and deeper to sleep. Every muscle in your body so numb, so relaxed, and you are going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take. Way down, deeper and deeper to sleep. Your eyes are getting heavier and heavier with each breath. That's it. Relax your body entirely. Every muscle in your body so numb, so relaxed, and you are going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take. Way down. Deeper and deeper to sleep, way down, completely relaxed. Leg muscles are so numb, so relaxed. Arm muscles so numb, so relaxed. Deeper and deeper to sleep, way down. Feeling better than you ever felt before in your life, way down, deeper and deeper to sleep, way down. I'm going to give you specific suggestions, but you will accept only those suggestions that you want to apply. Only those particular suggestions that you want will apply to you. Those of you who want to go on a weight reduction diet, only those of you who would like to lose weight, from this moment on, all fatty foods will taste so repulsive to you. Bread, potatoes, desserts, candies, ice creams. In fact, you can taste them now. Spit them out. That's it. Spit them out. They will taste so bad, so vile, so evil tasting. You will push yourself away from the table with a minimum amount of food. You will not overeat. A minimum amount of food is all that you will need. You will think thin. You will have a positive attitude about losing weight. You know that you will be able to stay within your diet and without any effort. You will have no desire to overeat. You will have no desire to eat in between meals. You will not be hungry in between meals. A minimum amount of food is all that you will need. Bread, potatoes, desserts, candies, ice cream will taste so bad, so vile, so evil tasting, you will not want them at all. In fact, you can taste them now. Spit them out. You know the importance of exercising regularly. You will have a greater desire to exercise regularly, and you will feel better than you have in a long, long time. Now, those of you who want to stop smoking, only those of you who would like to stop smoking, from this moment on, those cigarettes will taste so bad, so vile, so evil tasting. In fact, you can taste them now. Spit them out. That's it. Spit them out. They will taste so bad, so vile, so evil tasting. If you should ever have a desire to have a cigarette, all you have to do is rub your thumbs together. This will get rid of any desire that you might have to have a cigarette. You will have more self-confidence that you can stop smoking. You must have the great desire to stop smoking. The desire must come from you, but I can aid you in that desire. You will have no desire from this moment on to have a cigarette. You will be more relaxed than you have been in a long, long time. You will not be tense. You will not be nervous. You will have no desire whatsoever to have a cigarette. In fact, those cigarettes will taste so bad, so vile, so evil tasting, you will have more self-confidence that you can stop smoking. From this moment on, you will have better powers of concentration, better memory, better retention. Those of you who are going to school, you will enjoy school more than you ever have before in your life. You will remember everything that you read, everything that your teacher or your professor lectures on. Before taking an examination, use this record. Whenever you take an examination, you will have all the self-confidence that you will do better in your examination than you ever have done before in your life. You will remember everything that you read, everything that your teacher or your professor lectures on. You will have better powers of concentration, better memory, better retentive powers. You will enjoy reading, you will enjoy studying, and you will enjoy school. You know the importance of an education. You will do better in your examinations than you ever have done before in your life. You will be completely relaxed when you take your examinations with all of the self-confidence that you will do better on your examinations than you ever have done before in your life. Those of you who would like to improve your athletic ability, you will have more self-confidence in everything that you do. You will be more relaxed, more positive thinking, you will feel stronger, and your muscles will be better coordinated than ever before. You will be able to apply all of the teaching and training that you have had in the past. You will have more self-confidence in your athletic ability. Now, those of you who are not as self-confident as you would like to be, the most important thing for everyday success is the kind of suggestions that you give yourself and the kind of attitude that you have. You will not give yourself negative suggestions. You will give yourself only positive suggestions. You will have more self-confidence than you ever have had before in your life. You will have more self-confidence in everything that you do from this moment on. You will be able to apply to yourself such books on self-confidence, positive thinking, and success as Dr. Maxwell Maltz's Psycho-Cybernetics, Claude Bristol's The Magic of Believing, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, and many other books on positive thinking and autosuggestion. You will be able to apply this hypnosis record to my other records on self-confidence, self-help, positive thinking, success, selling, effective communication, and to other personal problems. You will not give yourself the negative suggestions that too many individuals give themselves. You will not have a closed mind. You will keep an open mind in everything that you do. You will have more self-confidence and a happier attitude in everything that you do from this moment on. Those of you who would like to learn self-hypnosis, the moment you listen to the instructions for self-hypnosis on the other side of this record, you will go into a wonderful deep sleep. Now, those of you who want to learn how to hypnotize yourself, as soon as you give yourself the suggestions for self-hypnosis as outlined on the other side of this record, you will go into a wonderful deep sleep. You will be able to relax your mind and body completely at will, and you will enter the self-hypnotic state whenever you desire to do so, but only when you intentionally desire to do so. You will be able to give yourself the suggestions for whatever good and positive things that will make your life happier, healthier, and more successful. Now, when I count to 10, you will be completely awake. You will feel better than you ever have felt before in your life. The helpful suggestions that I have given to you will remain with you. When I count to 10, you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful, with more self-confidence in everything that you do from this moment on. When I count to 10, you'll be completely awake, wide awake when I count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting to wake up. 6, 7, 8. When I get to 10 and clap my hands, you will be completely awake. 9 and 10. Wide awake, wide awake, wide awake, feeling wonderful. That's it. Eyes open, completely awake, with more self-confidence in everything that you do from this moment on. Completely awake, feeling wonderful. Now that you have learned something of the nature of hypnosis and have been guided to the hypnotic state on side 1 of this record, you are ready to undertake the techniques of self-hypnosis. Self-hypnosis differs from ordinary or so-called heterohypnosis, that is, hypnosis involving the hypnotist and a subject, 2 people, only in that the suggestions originate with you and are given to yourself by yourself. How is this possible, you might ask? It is possible because the mind, as we have mentioned earlier, is many-layered. its two major levels being the conscious and the subconscious. It is as possible for your conscious mind to give suggestions to your subconscious mind as it is for your hand to put food into your mouth, and it is just as natural. You do it every day in the waking state from early childhood on, although you may not have recognized it as such. Did you ever watch a small child start to cry even before his mother spanked him? This is an example of suggestibility. He is reacting to the thought rather than the action. You do it every day. Just analyze the familiar expression, "I shudder to think of it." This, in essence, is what suggestion is, a conscious thought bringing about a subconscious, spontaneous reaction. Of course, suggestions are not always introduced by ourselves. Unless you are a hermit, you live in a world of people who are constantly bombarding your subconscious mind with suggestions. Salesmen and advertising agencies make a science of appealing to your suggestibility with slogans, gimmicks, and various psychological approaches. If you are not sure why you buy a certain brand of toothpaste or soap, the reason can usually be traced to the effectiveness of one particular advertising campaign over another, not to the product itself. Most politicians are masters of suggestion. Parents often unwittingly use the power of suggestion on their children every day, sometimes wisely, sometimes unwisely, depending upon whether their suggestions are of a constructive or destructive nature. The parent who tells his child, "You are bad, no good, careless," is doing what can amount to irreparable harm. The teacher who by word or attitude conveys to the student, "You are stupid, lazy, will never amount to anything," is planting the seeds of a negative suggestion in that student's mind. Once the subconscious mind accepts a suggestion, it will continue to make you act true to it until another opposing suggestion is superimposed. Unlike the conscious mind, the subconscious forgets nothing. Your successes and failures, your abilities and inabilities, your happiness and unhappiness are profoundly affected by what your subconscious mind has stored up. Thoughtless remarks that adults make to children or adults make to one another can remain to cause a lifetime of problems and suffering, and it is a rare individual indeed who has not been subjected to some type of negative suggestions at one time or another. But scientific insight reveals that there is something you can do about it. You can replace negative suggestions with positive ones through self-hypnosis. In some respects, hypnosis can be said to be a state in which the conscious mind contacts the subconscious mind. Ordinarily, the subconscious is not that easy to get to. It is only under certain special conditions that it can be reached. That is why it can be so difficult to change undesirable behavior patterns. Once habits have been formed, usually there isn't enough power in the will alone to alter them. The order for change has to come from the control center, the subconscious mind. The problem, then, is to get the desired message into this control center. There are several possible avenues of approach. One of them is through emotion. The intimidating teacher, the irate parent often get their suggestions through because they arouse fear or guilt or some other emotion in the child. The political propagandist gets his message across by using the same approach, appealing to the emotions rather than the intellect of his audience. He knows that if he can move them to hate or fear or outrage, they are vulnerable to his suggestions. Another way to reach the subconscious mind is through repetition. This is why you must practice a skill over and over again before you can truly say it is yours. Reciting the alphabet, driving a car, touch typing are examples of things you can do without consciously thinking about them, because through repetition they have been implanted in the subconscious mind. So, as you can see, hypnosis is not the only way of reaching the subconscious mind. It is, however, the quickest and most direct means we know about thus far. What can self-hypnosis do for you? It can free you from old habits and ways that are preventing you from becoming the truly happy, healthy, and productive person you want to be. One of the most effective means to improve yourself is through self-hypnosis. Who says that you have to smoke, that you must eat yourself out of health and attractiveness, that you can't show the executive abilities that will win you promotions at your job? Through the use of post-hypnotic suggestion, you can order a new course of action and a happier, more productive life. Post-hypnotic suggestions, the suggestions that you give yourself after you come out of hypnosis, can be used for creative as well as therapeutic purposes. An outstanding example of this occurred around the turn of the century, when the great pianist and composer Rachmaninoff committed himself to writing a new piano concerto. Much to his dismay, he found himself entirely without ideas or inspiration to live up to his agreement. In desperation, he sought the services of a hypnotist who left him with the post-hypnotic suggestion that he would be able to write an excellent concerto. Months later, Rachmaninoff completed the now immortal piano concerto, No. 2 in C minor, which he dedicated to the hypnotist Dr. Dahl. Who knows, if you've shown talent along these lines, there might be a great musical composition, novel, or painting in you. As human beings, we use only a fraction of our mental powers. Our mental powers, as well as our physical powers, are in our subconscious mind. Through self-hypnosis, you can reach the subconscious mind and make some of your potentialities into actualities. Why should you be satisfied to be less than you could be? How do you know what your true potential is? There is in you, as there is in all of us, a much greater potentiality than you ever realized before. Thomas Huxley wrote, "The rung of a ladder was never meant to rest upon, but only to hold a man's foot long enough to enable him to put the other somewhat higher." What goals have you set for yourself? What do you hope to accomplish through self-hypnosis? Think about that. We always do better at something if we have a good reason for doing it, if we have what psychologists call motivation. The best way to learn self-hypnosis is to have a competent hypnotist hypnotize you and give you a post-hypnotic suggestion that you will be able to hypnotize yourself and teach you the proper procedure while you are under hypnosis. We are also doing this on this side of the record. However, seeing a reputable hypnotist personally might deepen the state of hypnosis and thereby allow you greater success in self-hypnosis and the therapeutic benefits that you desire. There are two essential rules to be observed in applying verbal suggestions for weight reduction or self-confidence or whatever you so desire. Use only positive suggestions and have a clear idea of what the suggestion should be prior to entering self-hypnosis. Use positive suggestions such as, "I will have more self-confidence in everything that I do," or "Foods allowed on my diet will taste so good to me and will be so satisfying that I will have no desire to eat in between meals. I will stick to my diet and will not be hungry in between meals. With hypnosis and self-hypnosis, we substitute good habits for poor ones, for personality and our everyday mental attitude and behavior are nothing but a broad system of habits. Now, after you've put yourself under self-hypnosis, you can give yourself the suggestion that your eyes are glued, stuck tight together. You can test to see if you are truly hypnotized. Give yourself the suggestion that you cannot open your eyes, that they are stuck tight together, and then try to open them. If you cannot open your eyes, obviously you have been able to achieve the state of self-hypnosis. There are many tests to determine the depth of hypnosis, but this simple eye test is one of the easiest, especially for self-hypnosis. Then all you have to do is tell yourself that you can open your eyes, or that you will be wide awake when you count to 5, and you will open your eyes and be wide awake after you count to 5. Inasmuch as you know that hypnosis is not sleep, unconsciousness, or even a trance in the usual meaning of that word, you should be able to comprehend that awakening yourself is a simple matter which the conscious mind, activating the subconscious mind, can accomplish in a few seconds. One method is to count mentally to 5, while you are giving yourself suggestions that you will become awakened, feeling relaxed and refreshed. As you get to 5, your eyes will open and you will be back to the ordinary awakened state, except feeling much more relaxed, as if you have had a good night's sleep. Once you have decided that you are ready to return to the ordinary waking state, you should always give yourself positive and healthful suggestions. You will give yourself suggestions such as the following: when I awaken, I will feel refreshed, alert, relaxed, and more self-confident in everything that I do. All of the post-hypnotic suggestions that I give myself will help me in achieving my goals. Each time that I enter self-hypnosis, I will achieve the state more rapidly and deeply. The more I listen to the other side of this record, the deeper I will go. And the more I try self-hypnosis, I will go deeper and deeper with each time. Do not be discouraged by failure in your first attempts at self-hypnosis. This is the type of experiment in which the average person might fail the first 2 or 3 times that he tries it. This is because the average person has not learned how to concentrate upon one thought alone, to the exclusion of all others. Concentration upon only one thought at a time, to the complete exclusion of all others, involves a new discipline, and this requires determination and practice. So if you fail the first time, try again. If you are intelligent enough to control your mental processes, you can succeed in thinking only one thought at a time, that of going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that you take, and into a wonderful, relaxed state of self-hypnosis. You may wish to reinforce the suggestions for weight reduction, breaking the smoking habit, improving scholastic ability, or gaining self-confidence. Perhaps some of you are troubled by insomnia and will want to suggest to yourself that as soon as you are comfortably in bed at night, you will fall effortlessly into a wonderful, relaxed sleep. If there is an appointment with a dentist coming up, but you are fearful of dental procedures, you can overcome your fear and needless anxiety through the use of self-hypnotic suggestion. Improving one's golf game can be accomplished through suggestions also, that you will be relaxed and free from tension on the course. In all sports, as well as in life generally, a relaxed approach and the elimination of tension are prerequisites to good performance. Whatever goals you may set for yourself can be implanted by suggestions you can give to yourself. No special equipment, no outside assistance is required. Only a few moments to be quietly alone. This, perhaps, is one of the greatest advantages of self-hypnosis, for you need nothing more than time, thought, and desire, and, I might add, a little patience. Be relaxed about it. Try by not trying, if you can accept this seeming contradiction of words. We get hold of the inner recesses of the mind by learning to let go of fear, of tension, of doubt. It has been my experience that quite often people have been hypnotized without ever realizing it. I've seen this happen time and time again. It is unfortunate because in denying that they were hypnotized and considering themselves poor subjects, they may in fact be depriving themselves of the benefits they might have derived from it. This is why it will help you to know what to expect and what not to expect from the hypnotic state. There may be a few of you who feel that you have not achieved self-hypnosis. This is a common feeling even among deep subjects. Keep trying to deepen the state and giving and following the suggestions that you give to yourself. Not only will you set up a conditioned reflex pattern permitting you to achieve a deeper state each time, but you will also set up a conditioned reflex pattern to follow those suggestions that you give to yourself. Do you expect any startling changes to take place in the way you feel? Hypnosis is a completely natural, relaxed state, and this is how it should feel, natural and relaxed. Even in the deeper stages, you are not knocked out or unconscious. In ordinary heterohypnosis, you continue to hear the hypnotist's voice. In the case of self-hypnosis, you will continue to be aware of your own conscious thoughts. Rather than being unaware of them, let me emphasize that you will be more aware of them. Now, a few words about what you may expect to feel under hypnosis or self-hypnosis. You may feel pleasantly drowsy, much the same as you do as you drift between wakefulness and sleep, before you actually fall asleep at night. Some say that they experience a lightness or floating sensation. Some liken it to a contented, heavy, sinking feeling. Others can discern no noticeable difference at all. The sensations associated with hypnosis are entirely subjective, depending upon how you normally feel when you are most completely relaxed. And so, knowing what to expect and what not to expect from self-hypnosis, and having a definite purpose for undertaking it clearly in mind, you are ready to begin. Since side one of this record has already conditioned you to hypnosis, this should make it easier for you to hypnotize yourself. Again, you can either sit in a comfortable chair, making sure it has armrests on it so there's no danger of falling out, or you can lie down on a bed or a sofa. Start with your eyes closed this time, giving yourself the following suggestions silently. There is no need to memorize the exact wording. Just the general idea and pattern of the suggestions is all that will be necessary to put you in a state of self-hypnosis. All right, with your eyes closed, sitting in a comfortable chair, or lying down on the bed or sofa, give yourself the following suggestions silently, not out loud, but silently. The more I breathe in and out, the more I am going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that I take. Every muscle in my body so numb, so relaxed, and I am going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that I take. When I count from 1 to 10, I will go into a wonderful deep sleep, way down, deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that I take, way down. 1. The more I breathe in and out, the more I am going deeper and deeper to sleep, way down. 2. Every muscle in my body so numb, so relaxed, and I am going deeper and deeper to sleep, way down, deeper and deeper to sleep, way down. 3. Leg muscles are so numb, so relaxed, and I am going deeper and deeper to sleep, way down. The more I breathe in and out, the more I am going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that I take, way down 4. Every muscle in my body so numb, so relaxed, way down, deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that I take, way down 4 or 5. My arm muscles are completely relaxed, leg muscles so numb, so relaxed, and I am going deeper and deeper to sleep. The more I breathe in and out, way down, deeper and deeper to sleep, way down 4 or 5, completely relaxed, way down 6, deeper and deeper to sleep. The more I breathe in and out, the more I am going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that I take. Every muscle in my body so numb, so relaxed, and I am going deeper and deeper to sleep, way down 6, 7, completely relaxed, deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that I take, way down, deeper and deeper to sleep, way down. The more I breathe in and out, the more I am going deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that I take, way down, deeper and deeper to sleep, way down 7, 8, completely relaxed, way down 9, deeper and deeper to sleep, way down. When I get to 10, I will put myself into a wonderful deep sleep. My head will fall limply toward my chest, and I will go into a wonderful deep sleep, way down 9 and 10, deeper and deeper to sleep with each breath that I take. While you are under self-hypnosis, you can give yourself the suggestions for weight reduction, for breaking the smoking habit, for educational work, for self-confidence, or for whatever goals you have set for yourself. You are not unconscious when you are under hypnosis. Part of your conscious mind is operating to a degree so that you can give yourself whatever good, whatever positive suggestions you might so desire. Once you have given yourself the therapeutic suggestions, bringing yourself out of the self-hypnosis is an easy matter. All you have to do is give yourself the suggestions. When I count to 5, I will be completely awake. I've had the equivalent of 8 hours of sleep. I will feel better than I ever felt before in my life. Then all you have to do is count to 5 to awaken yourself feeling wonderful. Let me repeat that before you awaken yourself by counting from 1 to 5, be sure to tell yourself, I will be completely refreshed. I've had the equivalent of 8 hours of sleep. I will feel better than I have ever felt before in my life. Then all you have to do is count to 5 to awaken yourself feeling relaxed and wonderful. When I count to 5, you will be completely awake, fully confident that you will be able to hypnotize yourself, give yourself whatever positive, helpful suggestions that you desire, and then awaken yourself when you count to 5. All right? When I count to 5, you will be wide awake, completely awake, feeling wonderful. Then I want you to hypnotize yourself for about 30 seconds by counting from 1 to 10, as we have taught you on this record. Then awaken yourself after 30 seconds by counting from 1 to 5. All right, you'll be wide awake when I count to 5, feeling better than you ever felt before in your life. Wide awake when I count to 5. 1, 2, 3, starting to wake up 4, and 5. Wide awake, feeling wonderful. Wide awake. Wide awake. If all of this sounds comparatively simple, it is. We do know that hypnosis and self-hypnosis works. Hypnosis has helped many to find a happier, healthier, more successful way of life. If you practice it with faith and determination, it too can help you to a better life.